Alright y'all, welcome back to Mastering Mayhem. We're going to go ahead and assemble this SOLE F80 treadmill that you see right behind me. And we got all the parts out right now, and I got my instruction manual, so I'm just going to kind of show you guys how to assemble step by step according to the instruction manual that SOLE provides for us, okay? So we already did step 1. Right there, just unboxed everything. We got it up the stairs. We had to bring it up the stairs, so we highly recommend having 2 or more people have them available to bring them upstairs. And step 2 is going to be engaged in here shortly. SOLE provided the Allen wrench. You'll definitely need an Allen wrench for some of the nuts and bolts there. But again, as long as you have an impact, like a subcompact one, or just a 12-volt one impact wrench and just a regular drill driver, you should be good. And then some hand tools too, some pliers. Those are pretty much the basic tools you'll need to get this guy assembled. Okay, so as you can see here, this is all the hardware. Comes with the Allen wrenches in there. You got your screws, your bolts there, and then of course it includes the oil for the belt. Let's go ahead and get started. While I'm working, I'll try to get you guys some close-ups, but we're gonna go ahead with step 2, is basically getting on these arms on the left and right with the plastic covers. So you first start off by putting these covers on, these plastic covers, both left and right. And you'll have this connection here which will connect with the bottom piece here on the arm itself, or the mast. And then you have the smaller plastic pieces right here, which go upside down like this, both left and right. You can kind of just place them there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the right. Basically, if you're facing the front, do the right mast, and it's saying to connect the connections here first. You'll see they have white caps and they match up just fine, male and female, so you can't go wrong as far as which ones to connect to. Plus it shows you in the instructions, so just match it up and it'll click right into place. And then just slide this arm into place. Make sure you don't pinch the cable or the wires there. They should go just fine into the tubing there of the mast, and there you go. That sits in place like that. You have your plastic pieces in place, the plastic covers. This is going to go up here once we get all of that assembled in place. Let's get the other arm in place, and then we'll go on to the step 3. Okay, so something really important here. You have 2 speed nut clips here that go onto the bottom of the base, both on the left and the right side there. They're called speed nut clips, so we're gonna put those in place. They say actually to do these before you get those plastic covers, but you can lift up, the plastic covers slide up and down as long as you don't bolt anything down it. So put these speed clips in place. I'll show you exactly where here. It's just right there. So the plastic cover has something to hold on to when you screw it in place here. Okay, and you do this on the left and the right side. All right, so now you guys can see we got the 2 main masts in place. So we have finished step 2 right here, again, which was getting these main mast arms on, the speed clips here at the bottom of the base, and we're ready to go on to step 3. Okay, so now, of course, step 3 is getting the main masts tightened to the base of the treadmill. So we're gonna do 8 button head socket bolts. So you guys can see here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got the 3 on the side and 1 on the front. And this is where the base of the treadmill will hold the left and right arm securely to the base. So these are the 4 button head screws or bolts. All right, so let's go ahead and get these screws in place. Very low setting on my drill driver. Let's go ahead and start with the front here. Sometimes these don't line up exactly straight. You should definitely adjust it as you can and make sure the holes line up with the threaded holes on the inside. You don't want to strip the bolts. It should go in very easy, very smoothly. If there's any resistance that's noticeable, definitely take the screw back out, adjust the holes, and make sure they line up really well so you don't strip the threading on the bolt. Okay. You see I have to move the arm here to get it to where it's nice and smooth. So you don't want to fight against the threading if it's at an angle. It's better to move the arm or the base if you can. And nice and smooth there. We have the 3 bolts in place, and again, we're not tightening over tightening it or tightening it to its final position just yet. All right, let's go to the left side. So here we are. Plastic cover, just lift it up. You can just kind of turn it to where it sits on the lip here, and then you can get these guys in their place. Okay, so now we have all the bolts in place preliminarily. These two mast arms are in place. We have completed step 3, securely fastening the two mast arms there to the base. So next we'll be getting this console. The two arms are gonna hold that console right there in its place there. There's a few electrical connections that we're gonna have to make, so we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll give you guys some close-ups where I can. These are the connection ends here. They got their plastic connection ends. So you got 2 on the right side. It looks like you got 1 on the left side here, and you have matching ones on the console itself right there, the 2 receiving ends, and then the one that'll match up with this side here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get this up here, connect everything, and we'll get the screws in place. The holes line up pretty easily. There's a front piece there too that you want to line up. Screws on, you can just use your head to kind of hold it in place. You can plug in the male and the female wires, and they're color coded too. And it says just to push the cables up in the plastic housing. That way you don't pinch them when you get the rest of the pieces on. And on the right side, you just got the black wire here, male and female, clicks in place. And just hide it up in the tubing or the plastic console there, or the plastic housing, and you got those in place. Now you can just hold the console with one arm, and you can adjust a little bit to make sure these holes match up. And once you get 1 or 2 bolts in place, it's enough to keep this in its place. All right, we're gonna get these last 2 bolts in place, just hand tightening. I'll get this last one now. So the 4 bolts that hold the console here, it's doable with 1 person too, if you're comfortable with that. Looks good. And again, it's just hand tighten. We'll tighten it down the way it should be. All right, so step 5 is complete. We're gonna go on to step 6 here. Or actually it says, okay, so here we go. It says tighten completely with the Allen wrench. So let's go ahead and tighten that down, and then we'll go on to step 6. And it's showing us we just need 4 of these sheet metal screws. The lower handlebar covers here. It's just 4 of those screws, 2 on each side. So let's go ahead and finish up step 5 with completely tightening down those 4 button head bolts. And then we'll go to step 6 to get those lower covers on. Okay, now the console is nice and secure. We still have a little wobble from the mast arms because we haven't tightened those bolts down yet, but we're gonna go ahead and move forward with getting the covers on. Just 4 small screws. In the instructions, they'll give you the exact screws that you need to put in place. And then you just slide the covers up here. Just get them to line up, match up. And as you screw it down, make sure they meet where they need to. So again, just a longer bit there to get it to be able to reach into the plastic housing. Okay, one way to do it is to get the screw through the hole first, 'cause it's quite deep, and then push it up to where it needs to go. That way it can catch on. All right, so we got that one in place. And we're gonna work on this one here in the front. Cap, this will do it. Yeah, there you go. This is a great flashlight. Mini, it stays on your cap just fine, and this helps in situations like this. All right, so make sure all those lines meet up. But there we go. These lines here, they should match up with one another and overlap each other, so it seals it, looks nice and clean. All right, let's go on to the other side. Never to tighten everything completely down, especially with the plastic covers, because that helps you be able to move it around if you need to line up the holes on either side. And everything's lined up, then you can just tighten it down and it'll look nice and clean. Okay, 1. There you go. Nice and secure, everything looks clean. We'll go on to the next step. So here we are, we got step 6 completed. Right there, got these bottom plastic covers in place. So we're gonna go on to step 7 here, which is going to get this support bar in place. Okay, so this is a tube here that's gonna go between the 2 masts there. You got your 4 bolts, it's only 4 here. You have 2 pre-drilled screws on both masts. Okay, now we're just gonna pop this beverage tray into place. Electronics are someone may want in place when they're exercising. Both the support tube is now in place with the tray in place. And then it says to put the the magnetic safety key in place as well, just right up here. Goes in between the start and the stop button. Just lock it in place there. So the end of step 7 here is saying to check and make sure all bolts are securely tightened. So we're gonna go back to the bottom sections there where the mast meets the base of the treadmill, and we're gonna make sure every single bolt is securely tightened. All right, so now we have all these in place. We can go ahead and drop the covers on both the left and right side of the base. So drop those down. All right, now that we've finished step 7, we're gonna go on to step 8, which is basically the 4 screws, front and back of the 2 plastic covers on the base on either side. Get those in place so that way these guys don't move. They're on there attached securely. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so just make sure they're secure but not too tight. You don't want to break the plastic. We're gonna go ahead and do that right side, and then we'll get the final few pieces in place. In case you were wondering about these quick clips, you want to have part with the lip facing outward on that metal piece here. Yeah, just have the clip with the little lip facing outward away from the arm. Okay, remember you want it tight but not over tightened. All right, and you can just kind of move it a little bit or go up and down, make sure it stays in place. Okay, that finishes step 8 for us. What we have now is step 9. Piece in place here that basically you can hold your tablet or your smartphone right above the console there. That piece right there, and it just takes 4 Phillips screws. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in place. Okay, there we are. I'll tighten it with my gun. Okay, and that's done. It's in place. Looks good. Nice and secure. All right, so this SOLE F80 treadmill came with an integrated heart rate monitor transmitter. The elastic strap and the main transmitter are separate, so I already got one end in place, but I'll show you how to do it on both. All right, so just to show you, so you have this end here, and then you have the circle that goes over through the top. Push it through. All right, so you pushed it through here, and you twist it to where this line and this circle, you can only put it in one way, right? So, and then you push it down, just like that. And so the circle's lined up right in there. And then on the inside here, you have this line. So basically, it can only lock into place one way. Make sure you have the elastic strap all one direction here so it's not twisted. Getting this battery cover off here, you see the 4 small Phillips screws. It's gonna require a precision screwdriver bit. It looks like it comes with the battery in it already, so they just send an extra battery for you. So, all right. This is waterproof or water resistant, so it's saying it can be used in all sorts of water exercises as well. Y'all, we're pretty much done. The customer just here, he's plugged it in, and there's a red switch back here that he's gonna flip on. All right, so it sounds good. So it turned on just fine. He plugged it in here. It's probably booting up. He's taking that Velcro belt off. All right, y'all, the SOLE F80 is now completely assembled. We got everything in its place, and it is turned on. We're gonna have the customer test it out, make sure everything works properly, and then we'll show you how to lift it up and lock it into place. And then here for the iPad or smart device holder, this adjusts for you. All right, and Jeff does have the heart rate monitor on in place here. I guess he wants to see if it automatically connects, I guess, right? If it syncs up. Okay. All right, well, let's turn it on. We did check to make sure it's lubricated. All you gotta do is lift up underneath and put your finger underneath, and you'll see lubricated because it's very oily there. So this is good to go. Let's see what he does. I guess just hit start, see if it gives you like an automatic mode there. Okay, so it gives you a countdown. There we go.
Yeah, it starts off really slow, which is good.
Yes, sir. Okay, sounds nice and smooth.
Pushing the up button.
Okay, is it in? Yeah, it's.
Is it increasing?
It looks. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, we see it. Here we go. The incline. Yeah, it's going up.
Nice and slow. It doesn't do it real fast, which is good too.
And it's super quiet.
Yeah.
Let's see what that sound is. Okay, so see, it looks like the belt. Yeah, it has shifted to the left here, so we'll go ahead and adjust that. So it is picking up your pulse?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna adjust the belt real quick and make sure it's nice and straight. Let's include a fan up here. Oh yeah, works just fine. And it looks like you get 2 speakers where it includes a 3.5 millimeter cable there for any smart devices or whatever audio devices you may have. So that's pretty nice. All right, y'all, so here we gotta adjust the belt itself because it's shifted to the left quite a bit. as the customer was running on it, you know, when we were testing it out. So we want to make sure the belt is centered between the two rails here on the treadmill surface. The way you do that, it's in the instructions, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to do it. There's two holes. The top one is the one that has this, the Allen wrench hole, and they provide the Allen wrench. It says if you want to move the belt to the right, just turn the bolt quarter of a way to the right. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's see what happens with the belt here. So we're going to go a quarter to the right, approximately. All right, here we go. So the gap there has already opened up a little bit more. There it goes. So it's slowly shifting over to the right. But basically we want to have the left side and the right side gap between the metal, the aluminum plates here the same or fairly even. So let's go ahead. We're going to turn it again a little bit more to the right after we give it another minute. So let's do it another quarter turn and see what we get. So right about there, 180. And it's beginning to shift over a little bit more. So that's how you do it. You just do quarter turns, let it cycle through a few times, and eventually you'll get it to where the both side gaps are nice and even. And that's done there. And then I want to show you guys how to lift it and lock it in place. All right, y'all, we're just gonna go ahead and lift the treadmill and show you how it locks into place. You just grab it from the bar underneath, and it has hydraulic assist, so it's not very heavy. And you just lift it up until it clicks. You hear it click, and it's in place. Yeah. And then you have this yellow release here. Yeah, you just pull it down. And you don't even have to. Yeah, all on its own there. Nice. Very nice. And then once it gets down to the remaining quarter, it slows down even more for you guys. So it's beautiful. It's all self-leveling or self-locking mechanism. Really good.